Assalamu alaikum everyone. Dear students, hope you are fine and safe. After a long time, we are here welcome you to online biology class. Maybe you have forgotten about this subject. So this is Salmak the sweetie to remember you about biology. And you might know that you have to participate in SSC exam 2021 on time or after some time. You have to participate, and as per I know, each of the chapter of your textbook have been discussed, and it's time to get prepared for the board exam. And for the preparation, you have to practice the board questions of previous years. And today I'm going to discussing about two questions of Rajshahi board 2019. So let's start. Question 1. For the creative questions, you have to understand the stem, and according to the stem you have to answer the question C and D. Question A and D is not related to the stem, but question C and D, in which the much numbers are included, you have to understand the stem and you have to answer according to the stem. So I will first discuss about A and B. In A, you are seeing that question A is what is diaphragm. You have already known about this organ in chapter 7, which is a respiratory systemic organ. And diaphragm, in this figure you can see diaphragm. This is the diaphragm, and diaphragm is a muscular sheet or membrane, that is, it is composed of muscles, and it is one kind of membrane which separate the abdominal cavity where the digestive parts are here and from the chest cavity or thoracic cavity. And in the thoracic cavity there are respiratory organs and heart. So this membrane, that is diaphragm, separates the thoracic cavity by chest cavity from abdominal cavity. And in B, how chromosomes play a role in sex determination. You might know that we in a human have 23 pairs of chromosome. That is, we have 46 chromosome, in which 44 is same in boys and girls, but 2 chromosomes are different in boys and girls. And to be a boy or girl baby, we have to inherit the specific chromosomes from our father and mother. So these 2 chromosomes that are known as sex chromosome determine the sex of the babies, and whether a baby will be a boy or girl is determined by chromosomes from father and mother. Here you can see father have 44 chromosome along with XY 2 chromosome and mother have 44 chromosome with only XX. From parents, when forming gametes, one chromosome will go. One copy of chromosome will go either X or Y. In father, there will be two types of gamete, X and Y, but in mother, there will be one type of gamete, that is only X, 2X. And that's why when a baby inherit Y chromosome from his father, he will be a baby boy. And so these two copies of chromosome X and Y determine whether a baby will be boy or girl. In C, before starting C, we have to read the stem, because C and D is according to the stem. In the stem, here a cellular organelle of plant produce carbohydrate. That is, a organelle inside the cell of plant produce carbohydrate or food. I'm sure that you know that this is chloroplast. And breaking down of this produced substance, that is the food, by physiological process release energy. So this is producing energy by cellular respiration. In the stem, two processes are said, that is a photosynthesis process and cellular respiration process. In the C, here question is explain the structural characteristics of the organelle of the stem. So which organelle participate in carbohydrate production is the chloroplast, and you have already known about this structure. Outside membrane to membrane, and inside there is granum, stroma, some chloroplastic DNA and ribosomes. So you have to describe about this structure with the labeled figure. In D, here is allow the two processes of stem is related to keep environmental balance. It is said, that is two processes are photosynthesis and second process is cellular respiration. Both the processes are interrelated to each other. Here you can see sun captures sunlight and produces carbohydrate, food and oxygen, which are taken by animals and plants itself, and by cellular respiration process, plants and animals make carbon dioxide and water, which again required by photosynthesis process for food production. So these two processes are interrelated to keep the environmental balance. You have to explain this. Then let's go to next question. In question 2, in A, here is what is placenta. From chapter 11 of your book, that is reproduction. So what is placenta? You have already known about or hear about placenta. Placenta is a temporary organ formed during the pregnancy and which protects and nourishes the fetus. Here you are seeing this red color organ. It is a temporary organ which will degrade after the baby birth, and this organ protects the baby from outside shock, and it also nourishes the baby with foods and oxygen. The second question is how pollination occurs in Vallisneria. Vallisneria is a aquatic plant, that is a waterborne plant, and as a waterborne plant, the pollination, you know about pollination, is the transfer of pollen grains to the stigma, and by which seeds are produced. And this pollination in Vallisneria as a aquatic plant, the pollination occurs either by water or aquatic organisms like fishes. You have to describe this. So before going to question C, look at the stem. Here is to figure X and figure Y. In figure X, you can see this is an embryo sac, and in figure Y, here this is an germinated pollen grain. In question C, it said explain the development of C of the figure X in the stem. Here C, in the question, here C is the egg, and how egg develops is that process is Megasporogenesis. Here you have seen that one megaspore mother cell by many steps give rise to embryo sac, in which 3 antipodal cells, 2 synergid cells, and 2 polar nucleus forms secondary nucleus, and in the middle this is the main egg develops. So you have to describe about this process with level figure. And in question D, analyze the importance of X and Y in the formation of embryo and endosperm. Embryo that develops into new plant, and endosperm is the part which nourishes the embryo during the seedling times. And both the processes of Megasporogenesis and microsporogenesis are involved in formation of embryo. These pollen grains are developed by Megasporogenesis, microsporogenesis, and they are passed to stigma, and they fuse with egg cell and form zygote, and 2 sperm cell comes, one of which form endosperm nucleus, and this endosperm nucleus here nourishes the embryo during the seedling time to develop a new tree. So both the processes are important for formation of seed, where embryo and endosperm. So you have to describe about this. So this is all for today, and you must write the answers of these 2 questions and submit before next Sunday. Okay, let's call it a day. Thank you all. Allah Hafiz.